Hey, this is Mrs. Corner's second grade classroom. We are performing the Mayflower Journey today. And we're going to start here with Alex. Alex, can you tell us where the ship sailed from?
England.
Great. And how long of a journey was that?
65 days.
Yes, 65 days, and it was a cargo ship. Wasn't even meant for passengers.
102 passengers.
And where did they live?
Between the decks.
Between the decks, so not up top in the fresh air, and then underneath in the way ground was where all of the storage was, right? So they were in between. Great, thank you. Sam, what was your job on the ship?
I'm helping a lot of people since I'm deckhand.
You're a deckhand, and my carpenter is helping fix
The leaks.
And why were there leaks? There was a big, huge what?
Storm
during the ship. And what was your job?
So
Matthew?
fix the cannon.
Cannon, and that was important to stay protected while we were out in the seas. You never know what we were going to find. Tyler, what was your job?
To clew up the sails and say land ho.
And you were giving all those loud orders. That was great. You're the bassoon. And who's this?
Master Jones.
Master Jones. And what was your job?
I had to mark the course.
Yes, marking the course. And who are you?
I'm Will, and I'm apprentice to Master Jones.
Good. And what was it? Did Apprentice go to college too, or was that your job?
That was my job.
Yeah, to learn his job. Great. Thanks, you guys. Okay, girls, what was your job?
We had to do stuff to help them. Like, I had
Yep, you were helping people.
I had to mend garments and what clothes for those with
seasickness during that big storm. Yep, and what about your job, Piper?
And I had to pick tunes to help with the cooking, and
Good.
I often sing with the little kids.
You help sing with the kids. Lots of important jobs. Mackenzie, what was your job on the ship, or who were you?
I was Mrs. Hopkins.
Yes. And what happened during the ship for you?
I had a baby.
You had a little baby. What did you name him?
Oceanus.
Yay! Okay, and Reed, what was your job? Reed, what did you do? You were what?
The nurse.
The nurse, taking care of who?
Mrs. Hopkins.
And?
The child.
The child, yeah. What happened to the child, Lydia? Can you tell us?
She broke her arm because she flew across the side of the ship and hit it.
And hit it really hard. So, Chloe, you were one of the kids. What did you do to pass the time?
I played with some shells.
Good. And what did you do, Madison? Yep. Did you bring them?
I brought the shells from England.
All the way from the shores of England. Here they are. So they have shells to play with on the ship, thankfully, to help pass the time, right? Okay, fathers, what was your job, Wyatt?
My job was to read like a story to the children when we have lanterns.
When the lanterns, yep, after that storm. Good. And what were you doing? You were glad the storm was past. Why were you glad?
Because then the ship would break.
No, then you needed to do what with your tools?
Build the house.
Yeah. Sharpen the tools and get ready. Because what were you going to do in the new land? What were you going to build?
Build houses.
Build houses. Great. How about you, the mamas? What were you doing?
Taking care of our kids.
Yeah, there was a lot to do to take care of them. And Kaya, what did you have to hand to the girls to take on up to the deck?
This chamber.
That chamber pot, because there were no bathrooms on the Mayflower. All right, well, thank you for giving the highlights of our show, and happy Thanksgiving.